Alright, what is up ladies and gentlemen? Welcome back to the channel. Today I'm going to be doing the valve cover gasket replacement on 2015 Ford Escape 1.6 Ecotech. And I will be doing oil and oil filter change as well. But I do have to get this set of wiper arms off to get this plastic cover plate off. There's also an engine cover, which it just pops off, no big deal, I already got it off. But this and that needs to come out of the way so that I can get to the bolts in the back on the valve cover and get that all taken apart. The wiper arms, they've got a 15mm holding them on. And we got the two 10mm bolts here. You gotta take these little clips out, I guess, or off. Brake fluid reservoir, there's two 7mm bolts that hold that on. Okay, so now that we got the first part of this cover taken off, these off of here. Okay, now it's coming out. It's 10mm. That's a 12mm. We got another 7mm. I think 7. Yep. Another 7mm hose clamp down here. Okay, so come to find out, these things got to come out of here, the coil packs. I'm not really sure why, but I think it's going to be easier if I take them out. Okay, so now getting the spark plug cover off, which is what I assume it is, but anyways, and getting the coil packs out of the way, and then there's like a foam insert that goes in here. Also, I went ahead and unplugged the injectors, which isn't too difficult, but I need to get this fuel line out of the way. It's a 17mm line wrench. So I'm going to go ahead and cover it because I never released the pressure. So I got rags here to catch. Alright. That wasn't too bad. So I'm assuming that this is your fuel pressure regulator, I would assume. I've not been this far into 1.6 this new before, so this is kind of new for me. Okay, so we got the full fuel line out of the way. Put it over here. All right, now for this next magic trick, taking, these are 10mm for the fuel rail. Okay, so I got this one sensor, valve, whatever out. Now I need to take this other one out. It's just a little push clip, and then you need an 8mm. Bolt out. And then pop that. I don't necessarily know if one's for the front and one's for the back, but I'm going to go ahead and make sure I put them back in where they came from. Let's see. These are 10s, so I need a 10. I also need to take this off too. And get that out of the way. This is like a sensor. Boop. I'd say that's your cam angle sensor is what that is probably. Okay. Now, like I said, it's just this plastic piece, which is the valve cover. So I didn't have to take the bolts all the way out. All right. Okay. All right. So, all right. We know how it goes for the most part. Oh no, it broke. Okay, get this back in here. Well, get this one in here. Okay, this should seal it up. Very nice. All right, see this one being new. Alright. Now, putting it back together is the opposite of taking it apart. So, we'll get this back over here, get it put on, and we'll get putting everything back together. Alright, since these valve cover bolts don't come out, well, I mean, I guess they do, but if you really try at it. Alright, so we're going to get these started back in here. Okay, now that we got that plugged back in, got everything back on, put this back on. Okay, so I do got this thing back together. I was getting a misfire in number 3. You got to kind of feel your way to getting them on the spark plugs, and I didn't get it on the spark plug even though I thought I did. But anyways, I pulled it adjusted it, so make sure that you definitely get those on there, or you will get a misfire. But anyways, she runs pretty good. I did get the wipers arms reinstalled. I had to adjust them though because this one was going way over here, but I did get that taken care of. And now we are on to the next part, which is going to be doing the oil and the oil filter change. Okay, so the first thing we're going to want to do is we're going to want to get rid of this. Well, at least get it out of our way. And then we'll want to take this clamp so we can pop this off. This just seems to me like the easiest way to do it. So we get down in here, loosen this up, and then there's another 7mm clamp at the bottom, right here. I'm trying to make sure these bands have plenty of room because there is like a lip on these things. So anyways, there's also a 10mm up in here. This is what I believe to be the best way to get this filter out of here. Whoops. As far as I'm concerned. Pull that off. It's okay that it's just falling down in there. It's fine. Okay. As long as we've got room to pull the filter. Okay. Okay, so before I release the filter all the way, I'm going to go ahead and get under here and go ahead and get this oil start draining. I'm going to let it drain for a while. It's a 13mm. It's right here. Not very pretty. Put that in there. Okay. Go ahead and put it under there. Might as well put another one under there because I'm going to need it. Once that gets drained good enough, according to me, once it gets drained good enough, I'll move the pan forward so that whenever I pull the oil filter out, at least it won't get on the floor, hopefully. So anyways, give it a few minutes here and then we'll get to the next part. Let me tighten back up here. And then we'll have to wipe it off again, I guess. the old snuggums. Now, this underneath here, so that when I pull, see all this stuff that's here in the way. Like I said, the way I'm doing it from up top is kind of the most logical way to take this oil filter out. Let's see if I can get it out now. I did get it loose. Ooh, you can hear it pee. Alright. Ta-da! Got it out. I got 2 oil pans. Alright, we'll get the new oil filter here. I'm going to get a little oil in this. That back on. Now all I really got to do is tighten it up. This should do. And pop you back into place. Then it's time to fill up the oil. Well, ladies and gentlemen, the valve cover gasket wasn't super difficult to get replaced. There was a lot of stuff to take out of the way, but other than that, it was pretty simple stuff anyway. As far as the oil change and the oil filter replacement, that's not too bad. I have done that before on this vehicle, so I kind of knew what I was getting into, and I find that to be like the best way to do that particular job, is take that pipe out of the way and then pull it up through the top. So anyway, she runs pretty good. I still think that maybe the oil pan gasket may be leaking on this thing, but I do know that the valve cover gasket was leaking, and obviously you've seen me pulling that thing out of there, and it was breaking and stuff, so it needed replaced anyways. The car's almost 10 years old, so it's gonna be time for stuff to start needing fixed and replaced and stuff, but you want to kind of keep up on that stuff and not get like way far behind on it. So anyhow, I sure appreciate you guys and gals watching. Feel free to like, subscribe, hit the notifications if you wish. You never really know what I'm going to be working on, whether it's one of my own projects or somebody else's vehicle. Anyways, yeah. Thanks for watching, and have a spectacular day or night, whichever one it is for you. Peace out.